Hello, good morning YouTube. It's been a hot minute since my last video. Well, I got married last weekend, so you'll see a couple of changes on my page. I'm changing my last name, woohoo! And it's just been great. I'm super happy to be married. It's weird. I was married before several years ago, and after that I thought, oh, I'm never gonna get married again. I don't need to be married. That sucks, blah, blah, blah. But actually, I'm super happy to be married, so yay! But anyway, so today's topic, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but so my husband, my dear husband, he always says to me, you're crazy, your breath doesn't smell, what are you talking about? But I can taste it. It's like, it's inside, like at the back of my mouth, going down my throat, and it's just this horrible taste. It's like I can taste it. I'm like, well, if I can taste it, it tastes disgusting, then people must smell it, but I don't know. Hopefully they don't, and after these couple of things, then also they most definitely won't. So one thing I do suffer from periodically throughout my life, and it's been happening a little bit more lately, is it's called tonsillitis, and that is when tonsil stones develop like behind your tonsils. So you'll get, if you know what I'm talking about, if you ever gotten these tiny little white balls that just sort of like come into your mouth, like from the back of your throat, and if you ever like, you know, peeled it out of your mouth or spit it out and kind of looked at it or picked it up and smelled it, it smells like literally like shit. It's just this ball of bacteria that's been accumulating, and typically people with big tonsils, obviously that didn't get their tonsils taken out, sometimes have these. So if you have them, I'm so sorry. I totally feel your pain. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, good for you. And however, if you do suffer from bad breath, you might want to, you can actually check yourself. If you go and look in the mirror, stick your tongue out and shine a little flashlight towards your tonsils, and you see little white kind of growths on your tonsils and you don't have strep throat, then that's probably tonsil stones. So that could explain your bad breath if that's in fact what you have. But anyway, so this is a two-part process to getting your breath smelling as fresh as it possibly can. And they're both household products that you probably already have. One you most definitely have, one you might not. So the first one is coconut oil. Oop, there we go. So I like to use, you know, natural organic oil if possible, because everything that you put in your mouth should be natural and organic if you can help it. So what you want to do is you want to take just a teaspoon of this oil, which is going to be solid. And well, it depends where you live, what the temperature is. It melts at a very low temperature. I think like 85 degrees it melts. So it might be liquid already, but if not, that's fine. Just take a teaspoonful, put it in your mouth. It's going to taste pretty bad at first, especially if you've never tried coconut oil before. But once it liquefies and you're kind of swirling it around, just in the same way that you would swirl around mouthwash, it's not so bad. And then it gets diluted as your saliva accumulates in your mouth. So after like a minute or two, it's fine. But you want to do this for like 10 minutes and try to also gargle with it. So you're swishing it around your mouth just like you would mouthwash, then gargle, then just keep swishing. This takes away the bacteria on the surface of the teeth, between the teeth, all around the teeth, the gums, the tongue. It's just great. So once you start doing this, you'll notice whiter teeth after maybe like 1 or 2 times doing it. And it's almost like, for me, because I have really sensitive teeth as well, it's like it coats the teeth. and you know, they, like my teeth, like they won't be as sensitive, let's say for like a week after I do this. After you do the 10 minutes of the swishing, make sure that you do not spit this down a sink, in a toilet, anywhere there's pipes going to your house, because this oil will ruin your pipes, the pipes to your house. So just spit it in like the garbage, out the window, you know, anywhere where it's not going to affect the nature of the piping in your house. So once you're done with that, you might still feel like, oh, well, you know, that's great and everything, but I still have this like horrible bad breath taste in my mouth. And that happens to me, and it actually is coming from my tongue. So it's like I constantly have this like, if you can see, this like white coating on the back of my tongue. So maybe like if I go like this, can't see it, but you can see it back there. So that's like the part where it just tastes disgusting to me. So then the second part is, and you probably already have this in your house, is hydrogen peroxide. Be careful, you don't want to swallow this. If you swallow like a teeny bit, it's fine. Just try to drink a lot of water. But this is only to gargle with. So just the same way as in a mouthwash. You want to just gargle with hydrogen peroxide. So you want to try to not let it actually touch your teeth. Some people actually gargle kind of use hydrogen peroxide as mouthwash. I don't recommend that, especially if you have sensitive teeth, because like for me, if I do gargle with the hydrogen peroxide and I try to eat anything afterwards, it's impossible. Like my teeth are all super sensitive, and it's just like I have to like chew in one little corner of the mouth because all the other teeth are like going nuts. So definitely try to avoid your teeth. So just literally like, if you can do this, make your tongue into like a funnel, and then just like pour a little tiny bit, like less than a teaspoonful, like maybe a half a teaspoonful of hydrogen peroxide, and then go straight for the back. So as soon as it goes in, lift your chin and start to gargle for like only 10 seconds. And then what I do, I like to watch the hydrogen peroxide in action, and it's really cool because it'll start to bubble on your tongue. So you can start to spit it out. Just let it like drip off your tongue into the sink, and then you'll watch it and you'll see all the bubbles all over your tongue. And I'm just like, yes, because I'm thinking, oh yes, it's killing all the bacteria. My breath is gonna be so nice after this. I can't wait, and it is. So it's not the same as mouthwash. You know, mouthwash has mint in it, and I'm gonna make another video about this, but I'm on a phytoestrogen-free diet, and I'll explain that in my other video. But one of the really bad things you can possibly ingest when you are on a phytoestrogen-free diet is mint. So I don't use mint. So these are this trick or method is for people that you know, don't want to use chemicals. So basically it's chemicals. Like I'm living a chemical-free life now. So that's it. Coconut oil, hydrogen peroxide. Oh, once the bubbles are done, or once you're finished watching the bubbles bubble, just kind of rinse your mouth out a little bit with water. And then if you want, you can brush, because between the hydrogen peroxide and the coconut oil, everything's kind of like loose, and it's kind of like when you wash your dishes. Like if you put the soap on the dish, but you don't scrub with a sponge, it's like not all the dirt's gonna get off. So brushing your teeth after should help take away any of that residual debris. So I hope this helps, and please let me know your thoughts. Please let me know your experience, and I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment, and if you like the video, please like it and share. Have a blessed day.